Good morning to all of you. Hope you are all fine. Let us begin with our political science. As I have already discussed with you the first lesson of political science through Google Classroom, but I thought my video interaction would give you a better insight into the lesson. Right. Now, when you come to 10th standard political science, it's a part of social science. 20 marks are allotted for political science. The book which is prescribed by CBSE is this book. This is your political science book, Democratic Politics 2. So don't rush to the market to buy it immediately. You can download through NCERT website. E-books are more than sufficient. Once we become normal, all the books as we wanted. Now, according to the previous year syllabus, that is 2019-20 CBSE syllabus, there are 5 chapters prescribed for you in the political science area. First, a very interesting and a very small lesson. I hope all of you must have already come to the content of what this chapter is through our Google class, but today again I will be discussing with you all about this power sharing. Very well designed chapter, that is federalism. Mostly we talk about the federal structure of a democracy. What are the various criteria which the democratic federal system should follow? We will discuss in length about that. Third chapter is a very unique and beautiful chapter where we would discuss about the democracy, mainly here democracy with reference to gender, caste and religion. This is one of the current topic where mostly we discuss a lot, and we would give you a brief outline about what is gender division, how caste and religion dominates in politics. Fourth chapter is again a current topic, political parties. You know, political parties are the inevitable tools in a democratic system. We would discuss about the national parties, regional parties, and recognized parties, unrecognized parties, ruling party, opposite party, all the details in this lesson. The fifth lesson is the concluding lesson where we will be discussing about outcomes of democracy. What are the outcomes? Right? This is the structure of your syllabus in political science. Now let us take the first chapter. Once again, as a revision, I would like to talk about the first chapter. It's a very interesting chapter. First, we must know what is the meaning of power. First aspect is meaning of power sharing. Sharing of power. You know, power is the most important thing everywhere, whether it is a home level or at the country level. Power is more important. Power has to be given, power has to be shared, then only the democratic system would run properly and smoothly. Therefore, what is power sharing? Sharing of power between one or more authorities. Sharing of power between different levels. Sharing of power among different organs. Sharing of power among different communities, different language group, different ethnic group which are living in a country. In simple, power sharing means sharing of power between different constituent units of a country. Right? Now, what are the different forms? I think when I referred your assignment through Google Classroom, most of you got confused between the forms of power sharing and types of power sharing. There are 4 forms of power sharing, starting with the first one. You know, 9th standard we already discussed there are 3 organs of a government. What are the 3 organs? The legislature, the executive and the judiciary. So when the power is being shared among these 3 organs, that is called the sharing of power among different organs of the government. Second form is among different levels. We have already discussed in 9th standard again. There are 3 levels, 3-tier system of governance as we follow in India. That is the first level, we talk about the central government, then we go to the state government, and of course after 1992 we have the last tier, that is local government, Panchayat Raj. How the power is being shared among this, right? Now the third form, which is most important form, sharing of power among different political parties. You know, political parties are the important components of a democratic system. So the power has to be shared. Some parties may be in the ruling, some party may be in the opposition, or some political parties join together to form a government. We often refer that sharing of power among different political parties. Then the last the last form is among different communities. See, you know, India is a land of unity among diversity. We have multiple communities living in our country with different ethnic background, different language and culture, but still we share power among different communities too. India is an exemplary model for almost all the forms, right? Any doubt? Anybody? Okay. Now let me go to the third concept what we have to learn. 2 types. We divide. The first type is the most important question also with reference to CBSE. The first model is horizontal power sharing. First type is horizontal power sharing. Second type is vertical power sharing. Vertical power sharing. Please don't get confused with Indian model. India has almost all that type, right? All the models, all the forms we are following it. But now we will discuss in this chapter 2 countries having 2 different models, right? So first let me make you clear the third concept in there. What is the difference between the horizontal power sharing and the vertical power sharing? Children, when you compare 2 things, always follow this comparative table form, which would give you a better insight into the concept, right? So what is the first difference mean? What is horizontal power sharing? Sharing of power. Horizontal means, you know, organs. Sharing of powers among different organs of the government equally. That is more important. What is vertical power sharing? Sharing of power among different levels of the government, but they are equally. For example, judiciary, legislature and executive has almost same power. They can't cross each other. Whereas when you come to vertical power sharing, the powers are different. For example, here we have this type of model, starting with the legislature, moving on to the executive, and then finally the judiciary. If legislature crosses, executive monitors, and if executive is crossing the limit, judiciary will interfere, and if judiciary does something, these two has equal power to correct that particular matter. What is vertical power sharing? Sharing of power at different levels. For example, central government. You know, central government has got more power than the state government according to Indian constitution, and of course some powers are given to the local government too. Very well speaking, you can take USA model. USA is a wonderful example of both horizontal as well as vertical. Now, according to our NCERT, Sri Lankan model as well as Belgium model. Now comes the fourth concept. Fourth concept is, what you have to learn is reasons for power sharing. Why do we need power sharing? Often the question comes, why power should be shared? Why not be centralized? Why not be left with a particular person or particular authority? The main spirit of democracy is to share the power. What the political scientists are prescribing, there are two basic reasons. Number one is the prudential reason. Prudential reason. Number two, moral reason. What is prudential reason? Based on the loss and gain. To whom should we give, to whom not? If we give more power to a particular authority, whether there will be a gain or loss. So the sharing of power between different levels or organs on the basis of loss and gain is called prudential reason. So we have to share power because of certain losses and certain gains. What is moral reason? Democracy means sharing of power. If there is a democracy, the power must be shared. One authority cannot dominate upon the other. So the main spirit or the basic spirit of democracy is power sharing is to maintain the spirit of democracy. Hope these four concepts are very clear to you. And after you have a complete idea of this, I will be taking two countries of the world. We will travel, though there is a warning about Corona. Travel virtually to two countries. First to Sri Lanka, and we'll see how Sri Lanka has adopted the power sharing model, and then to a country, that is Belgium. Stay connected, stay secure. Thank you.